ready? Awesome. So, I am here with the cast for Flight School the Musical. And we are talking about our sensory-friendly programming here at the Lone Tree Arts Center. So, performers, can you tell me what being in a sensory-friendly performance means to you?
It just means giving the opportunity to students who might be overwhelmed or might not be able to appreciate every aspect of theater because of their own handicaps or struggles, and making the performance, modifying it to some extent to allow all students, regardless of age, able to appreciate what's going on in a live performance.
Yeah, I think it's so important to make the performing arts accessible to as wide of an audience as possible. And I think our show specifically, Flight School, speaks a lot to how differences in ability can really go together and be harmonious and build each other up.
So for the performance, you mentioned making some modifications. So what adjustments did you make from the earlier shows today to the sensory-friendly performance this evening?
Well, one thing that we do in performance is instead of clapping for our performance, they encourage this movement instead. And we also bring up the lights in the audience so that it's not as dark out in the audience and maybe a little less scary.
Yeah, it's not as glaring.
Yeah, and it's easier for people to come and go if they need to.
Yeah. And the stage lights aren't as glaring for the audience members who might have trouble with sight.
And us, of course, understanding as performers that people might be coming and going a little bit more, there might be a little bit more noise from the audience, and that's okay. We just understand that and are happy to perform for everyone.
Yeah, sometimes in live theater, it's a little daunting to be taking children with special needs because there's a stigma against making noise at all. And so bringing children who are prone to be vocal or have any kinds of needs happen mid-show that they might be making noise, encouraging them to do that opens up a lot of opportunities for kids.
Creating that safe environment.
Thank you.
So as artists then, do you feel that this type of performance is meaningful as far as outreach? And have you participated in sensory-friendly performances before?
I am a huge supporter of sensory modified shows just because on a personal level my twin brother's autistic, and I don't know, I just think that everyone should be able to see theater, especially this show. Like Emma was saying, it has such a great message and it's super enjoyable for everybody. And I mean, I've done smaller unified theater arts type of things, but not too much where the theater really modifies the whole performance, which there definitely should be more of.
I know, I so appreciated it. We had one other experience on a tour of, I think it was our other show that we performed, Pinkalicious, where they had, for visually impaired audience members, they had someone kind of narrating up in one of the balconies. But yeah, I would agree that there should definitely be more. Every time I look out and see the ASL sign language, it just warms my heart.
It's also a more intimate setting too. It doesn't feel as much like we're performing for them, we're all kind of doing a piece together.
And what's really wonderful about that is that you embrace the mentality that performing arts is a combination of all senses, and losing one helps you utilize all of your other ones more strategically, and it really is it's a good lesson, again reiterating what Emma said about just utilizing your assets to best be part of a product like we do in the show.
Well, thank you for sharing your insights, and we are just so grateful that you are elevating our programming by participating in our sensory-friendly work.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.